And when you first fall in love, you just become infatuated, and you just think things like, well, I'm in love because she gets me. She understands. She hears me. She makes me feel good about who I am. I want to make her feel good about who she is. And our vision in our brain becomes very clouded by this infatuation that we have with this person. And because of that, we tend to jump into some relationships sometimes that aren't very, very good. You know, some of you, if you're single in here, I've counseled people who just go from one bad relationship after another, because they just keep falling into this infatuation, and it makes them feel good about who they are. But let me tell you something, a lot of the problems that we have in life, a lot of the problems with all the divorce rate we have and everything else is if we were to come to a point where we were healthy ourselves and we were to set our standards up here instead of accepting anything that's down here. You know, have you ever heard somebody say, oh, he's so smart, and you're going, are you talking about the same person I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? We get caught up in that infatuation. And I want to tell you something. If you're really crazy about somebody right now, and your answer is to why you love them is the fact that they accept you for who you are, then that's not necessarily a good thing. If you got a lot of fixing that you got to do. So I think health-wise, spiritually and emotionally, we've got to work on ourselves even before we go into those relationships. We've got to realize that, you know, if you look at your life and you have just one bad relationship after another, you can't blame all these guys or girls. You got to blame yourself for taking whatever you get. And if you want to find that person to be married to for the rest of your life, just like, I'm not a tennis player, and Jim is, and probably if I played tennis with Jim a couple times, he wouldn't want to play with me because I'm terrible. I'm terrible. See, I like racquetball because you don't have to chase the ball. You know, you hit it and it goes anywhere and you go. But when you play tennis, you got to go over the fence to get that ball. And what happens is people that are tennis players, they don't like playing tennis with people that are worse than them. They want to be better. See, we've got to set our sights for dating and marrying somebody who's above us. Spiritually, emotionally, we've got to look for those people and set a place for that, and we've got to decide this is a place that I'm not going to move from, because what happens is we get desperate and we drop down to here, and then 4 marriages later, all of a sudden we're accepting down here, and all you got to do is start off up here and stay there.